Yeah. I feel like when you go back home, it's so different because this whole bubble thing, and then you just go back and you're just like, oh.
Okay. Good.
Do you guys like it?
Is it covering my face? Like,
No.
I think it's covering up a little bit.
Oh, actually? Yeah, kind of.
Oh, is it already? Okay. Anyways, is there space? Are we starting with the?
Oh, you can't.
This is
No, it's
okay. Okay. Hi, M&Ms. I hope you guys missed us. It has been a while. I'm your host, Larice.
I'm your host, Chisum.
And I'm your other host, Cynthia.
We're back.
Finally, bro.
I'm actually so excited for this semester. Like,
I know.
Yeah.
Honestly, okay. A little bit behind the scenes, we've been talking about a lot about the topics we want to cover, and honestly, so many fun and interesting topics are coming up. So
Definitely should be excited.
yes,
for sure.
yes. Oh, I'm so excited.
We're trying to learn from last semester, even though we got our stuff done. I feel like it was really good what we did, looking over at our Instagram and stuff.
So proud of these girls.
We did that.
That was just the beginning.
But it really was
It's just the start. We have to have,
now
a
we're
platform,
up.
you
We're
know?
literally up from now. You don't get it. Oh my days.
Oh, God.
Okay, so now to get to what we're talking about today. So,
Yes.
if you guys didn't know, your girls are sophomores.
Yes, ma'am.
Things are getting real.
We really are.
We have things like off-campus housing,
Mm-hmm.
pre-med.
Yeah, pre-med,
We're definitely at that crossroads where we're about to be juniors.
Yeah, and
And
it's a
that's-
halfway point, the ending of a halfway point.
Literally,
pushing
this is our
towards it.
last semester of being underclassmen.
Whoa.
Can you
if you put it like that,
really think about it though?
whoa.
This is your last semester of being an
Whoa.
underclassman.
we're gonna be upperclassmen.
What does that even mean?
This is me in high school. We're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna go to college soon. I'm gonna.
And then you're in college.
Now that I'm in college,
It's like, damn, I'm here.
now it's real.
Okay.
Okay.
I feel like it's all theoretical, freshman year. You're just yeah, this is what I want to do. I'm going to take the MCAT, and I'm going to get an apartment or something. I'm going to do this and that. And then now you're just like, oh, we have to do it.
Yeah.
It
Now
was
you have to
thinking
perform it.
before. Okay, yes. So basically, I feel like for pre-med, the journey, it's a track, and it's very structural. You have to take, yeah, you have to take prereqs, and basically sophomore year is when you're trying to basically finish up your prereqs or get close to finishing.
Yeah, I was literally thinking about that. I was like, I feel like by junior year fall, I'm done on my pre-med stuff. Okay, this is mostly because I'm trying to do what is it called? I'm not taking a gap year, so I feel like that's different depending on exactly what you're doing. But
Go straight into it.
People that are going straight into it, we're trying to study for our med school, and we don't want to be behind or taking our MCAT. It's honestly so fast paced.
Yeah.
And you were saying it, when we come in, or even just coming into college, everyone is telling you that, oh, it's fine, you're still freshmen. I feel like I was a freshman yesterday. Why?
Well, technically last year.
Yeah.
Last year.
A couple of months ago.
No, just tech.
So some people aren't that good at math.
Okay, that's a little.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Anyways,
Ew.
I'm sorry. Good. I want to take I think I want to take a gap year, but I'm still stressed out for all my prereqs and what I want to do before I take the gap year and when I take the gap year, because I don't want to just be doing nothing. I want to either do research or go to school.
That's
so I'm
and even on that research energy, I feel this is exactly what I was talking about. Especially when we came here, I remember my advisor being oh, you don't need to do research. You're still a freshman. Sorry, I don't know. My advisor
she had to get in tune with
quite literally was one of the things that agitated my blood.
I feel like I got lucky, but
yeah.
Anyways, continue.
Anyways, what is it called? I just remember she would always say that, but okay, cool, calm, I understand, but to an extent, being a sophomore now, I already started research, but seeing if I had started it freshman year, I feel like I'd have way more experiences to go into junior year.
I see what you're saying.
Like, you know, I feel like, especially like with the things we're learning in classes, with all our pre-med classes, like it's stuff we can now apply to real world. It's stuff that like actually matters. Like compared to freshman year, like sophomore year, you get a little bit more hands-on. Like, so I feel like that's a different dynamic in itself, and just like kind of scary too, because apart from just going from sophomores to juniors, we're also like almost, if not all of us, are gonna not be teenagers anymore.
From being a kid
to being an adult. We're
no longer teenagers. Like there's no more teen in our like number, in our age number.
Yeah. Whoa. But going back to when you were talking about how like there were some classes that you took now that probably could have helped you back then when you were doing research. I feel like just jumping into it is also kind of good as well, because it's like I personally learn better by doing, you know, being in the classroom and like reading stuff, taking tests on stuff is much different than like actually applying things. So I think definitely getting that early on experience is good, but also it's like there is a little hint of pressure to get into research here, like
just a little.
As much as people want to say like, oh no, you don't have to do research, like but then it's like
you turn around,
everybody and their mama is like, oh, I'm in this, I'm in that, and I was like, oh,
okay, I guess I don't even know. I feel like advisors are like, oh, you don't have to do research, blah blah, because like we're here in college and we're also like trying to enjoy like our college years.
Another huge downfall is even these advisors giving us advices, they didn't live in this era.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say.
They haven't actually experienced it. I said, okay,
there's
like, maybe
there.
In the past, like, okay, they didn't have to do research. I feel like now it's such a new.
It's so much more competitive. Everyone is doing things like at such an early level.
Exactly. So it's like, yeah.
But then I feel like we kind of have to take a step back. Not everybody wants to do research.
That's so real.
And not everybody is going to be in like the same, I guess, journey and path. Some may start earlier than others. Some may start research a lot later on. But if you like really, I feel like this school has all the resources you really need. Like if you want to do research, you'll have the opportunity to. There's like so many other options. You don't have to take it freshman year or sophomore year.
Yeah, you shouldn't feel pressure too.
You shouldn't feel pressure too. But I'm not gonna lie. There's a little pressure, but you have to kind of get out of that mindset again. Like just take a step back. Like your journey is not other people's journeys.
Exactly.
You gotta hone that in right there.
Yes. But no, like another thing, I don't know, because I keep on being stuck on this like no longer teenagers thing. Like for me, I'm always so scared to grow up. Like it's like now I can't be a kid anymore. Like I just have to like lock in and be responsible. I mean, I'm always responsible, but like just like responsibilities or having more responsibilities.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
like even like you brought it up about like how like where we're gonna stay next year, like
on the homeless.
I feel like that one thing, like, not that one thing, there's like other factors, but like especially the housing thing is definitely making me feel like the adulthood is like right in front of my face.
Literally.
Like you have to actually think about like leases, you have to think about the utilities. I was literally talking to my mom about this like 2 days ago, like, oh, they want us to make sure they have like all these amenities, like
AC,
they don't provide gas, they don't provide electricity. I thought that came with the
it's not free.
No? Okay. Wow. And then you have to really think about like how much like energy you're like using, like with the lights, with the showers, like with the heat and stuff. You have to think about that stuff now, like that feels very adult
so
to
annoying,
me.
Bro.
I remember like as a kid, my mom was like, turn off the light in that room. Oh, it makes sense.
My mom was like, once you grow, you're gonna see, and I'm like, girl, it's not that deep.
It's not that deep, but hey,
turns out it is.
It is a little deep, you know, when you get that bill in. I'm like, it's looking a little crazy, you know. Like I haven't experienced it yet, but I'm like anticipating it. I need to get myself like in that mindset now so that I'm not shocked.
Okay, like for context also.
Yeah.
For
And so basically, we're sophomores, right? Hopkins only provides 2 years of, well, undergraduates, like sophomore, junior, freshman year, Freshmen and sophomores get like housing guaranteed, right? But when you're in your junior and senior year, you're going to have to do off-campus housing. And they provide like a lot of resources. They have a lot of events and stuff like that. They show your options, but it's really about getting on top of that, because you have classes, you have other responsibilities that you might need to attend to. On top of that, you have to make sure you go tour these places. You got to make sure you research the places, ask around. It's like, when am I going to find time? You know,
you gotta have connections. Trying to
literally, I feel like connections.
It's so time consuming trying to figure it out. That's exactly right.
And I feel like at this stage is where it really like separates us, because some people, they have the money to go into these like
They don't
really
they're not
good
looking
houses.
that
Like
deep.
they don't care that much because they know they can afford it. I feel like this is like the crossroads where we're kind of like it's kind of shown like the economic differences, because right now it's like, okay, everybody is in housing.
Everyone has a
Under
Everyone's
Hopkins.
together.
Everyone has that, you know? And it doesn't matter, like, how much money, well, I don't know about everybody else's financial situations, but, like, if you're on a scholarship, it doesn't matter, like, how much money you make, you know? And Hopkins does a great job of, like, at, like, financial aid and stuff. So, like, right now, it's like, okay, it's not a big difference. Of course, differences here and there, but going into junior and senior year, you're definitely going to tell, like, who really has that bank, you know?
Yeah, but I feel like it's also, it's not about, like, looking at like who has what and who doesn't, you know what I mean? Because I feel like a lot of the time it's just like some people, in my opinion, there's so many things that factor into like our like housing. It's like it has to be close to campus, so it's like, okay, they'd rather pay like something like really expensive just to be close to campus than pay something really cheap to be far from campus, like, you know what I mean?
But also having the ability to do so.
And you don't have a card and
literally, you kind of need money for a car.
So money does play a little factor.
I guess you're right. You might have a point. But no, there is a bunch of other factors as well, which you were saying, like, you know, just asking people around and like the, I guess what people say about, you know, specific housing.
To avoid that one.
Yeah, avoid this one. Avoid this, like,
management. I'm like, I didn't even
management
was
too,
a big
like,
issue, but
I thought we was all good.
Life is not all fun and
you have to
games,
really think about this stuff, like, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little anxious.
I'm anxious. It's weird because I feel like growing up, I've always talked to my mom about like, oh, this is what I want to do when I get my first apartment, this and this. And she's like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna be there, I'm gonna help you. And now I'm like, damn, I gotta do this for myself. It's kind of crazy. I didn't think about all these different aspects that we have to think about.
This is
now that you think like by yourself, it's not. I mean, I feel like this is where you really need to talk to your family.
Yes.
And have those conversations, because I know of like some of my friends who have their parents that are willing to pay a little extra just to make sure that their kid is like in a nice place, like settled down. Like, I feel like this is a time where you really need to talk to your family and figure out like what they can contribute and how they can help you, because they know about this stuff, you know. They know like what you should look for, and like they want the best for you. So definitely this is a time to like have a sit down, talk to your parents about what you
it's gonna be an uncomfortable situation because you're talking about money and like
I always feel weird talking about
literally
yes.
I can't, it's just no.
I don't like asking them for money,
literally.
But it also feels kind of nice because then it's like they're kind of like rallying behind you, like, okay, we're gonna figure this out, just let us know like what you need and stuff like that. So yeah,
during break my family was doing that a lot because my brother also started college last semester, and he goes to school in San Francisco. That is expensive. So we've been having like family meetings, and at first we're like,
so nice.
it's weird, but it's actually nice that we can be like more transparent with each other and stuff. So
That's nice.
That's
That's
good.
nice. No, I feel like it's always going to be prominent. Like, just because like we're sophomores and like we're going into like junior year, I think at every stage of our life there's always going to be that big change. Like if it's like, I feel like everyone has at some point should have experienced it, which I don't want to like say like this is catering towards sophomores and co. It's like it could be from you going from high school to a freshman,
That
from
right
you
there.
transitioning from an underclassman to upperclassman, even from you like graduating from college to like real life, like going to like, you know, med school, or just like going into clinicals for your gap year, or like going into like a PhD program. Like there's so much transition in life, and I think we're just trying to normalize it, where it's like, you know what, like we're going through this transition from like being, I guess, like not being teenagers to being adults now. So it's like it's very prominent, like it's always going to be there. So don't be scared, don't be afraid, just let life happen as long as like you're being involved and like you're being active. Just let it happen.
I feel like it's hard because we also don't want to make mistakes, and we don't want to be like, because we already have like this set plan or like a general plan of what we want to do, but we don't want to make a mistake that could set us back.
That's true.
But you have to anticipate.
Yeah, you have
and
to
give
anticipate
yourself
those
grace.
things because you're learning.
And I personally feel like I'm a wholehearted believer in everything will happen the way it needs to. Like, whatever's supposed to be will be, you know? So I'm not going to stress too much. Like, if it was meant to happen, it would have happened.
Yeah.
So it's like, and also, like, giving yourself grace. Like, you're new to this. This is your first time doing this, and I'm pretty sure this was somebody else's first time, and they didn't get it done perfectly. That just comes with connecting with people, talking to people who also have those experiences as well.
And, like, even going back to that, like, you know, I like how you brought up letting yourself make mistakes because no one is perfect. Like, if you don't make mistakes, you're not going to learn from them. You know what I mean? So, like, okay, yes, the first mistakes happen. The next point in your life where you're going through this huge change, just learn from that last one. And, like, it's only, like, life is only going to get better if you just, like, keep on, like, life is just a learning experience. So, just if you just keep on, like, learning, I guess, from it, like, it can only get better, if that makes sense. So, I don't know. I think this is like a nice little
inspirational.
I don't know how we got here.
Like you know everything about life already. Oh my god. We're just here trying to do our assignments.
trying to live.
Oh my.
I've had so many past lives.
Okay. She said look a little.
I'm dead. No, but
Oh, I was gonna say for the housing thing, like spring of freshman year, my roommates and I were like, okay, we're gonna try to plan this out. We're gonna get an application, fill it out by or before winter break, and it's all gonna be chill. Like we're gonna have an apartment, period, poo. And then school happened. I'm like, hey, I didn't realize it would be this busy. Yeah, no. Time management too. It's a lot.
Okay, it's worse because everyone in my like immediate surrounding, majority of them already have houses, and I'm just like.
And anytime I hear that, I'm just like, what? You signed that lease already? Oh, okay. And then that just makes you want to get on. Like literally, I think that was just 2 days ago. Like I asked like 2 people. They was like, oh yeah, we already have our housing. And I was just like, huh? When? But I feel like those places are like the more expensive ones though. Like they are. Some of them already have like their stuff set. But it's just like, dang.
It's crazy looking at the prices too. I'm like,
yeah. You just gotta keep on pushing.
You do. Keep on. But cheers to no homelessness.
Cheers to no homelessness.
Hopkins, funny, please.
Hey, you better cut that out. Cut that out right there. Not on Black History Month. Black women are.
And it's almost Women's History Month.
Hey!
Oh,
that's not okay.
Set us back a couple years.
Cut that one out. Cut that. Yeah, you better cut that one out.
I am dead.
No,
okay. Yeah,
right.
we have to wrap this up.
Anyway, we are gonna try to survive.
That was so cute.
Yes, that's cute.
Yeah, that was. I don't know. This is honestly we're trying to make at least this part a series. I think I don't know. I really liked what we talked about, and I think we can make it like maybe like a
Theme.
Yeah, like a little theme.
Because there's other topics.
Yeah, because there's there's definitely other topics you could talk about, like transitioning and stuff. And I feel like definitely everyone feels it, and like it would be nice if we got like some special guests and like some guests to come to talk about it as well. So honestly, look, you guys should look forward to that. Like so much exciting stuff like about to happen. Like oh my days,
and you guys
so
should
excited.
come on the podcast and be a guest because
literally
we can talk about anything.
Build a
Guests are welcome.
Where's the link is in the bio.
Instagram.
Yep.
We will post about it.
Yep.
Come on.
Yep. Lock in, Lock in. Girl, we're speaking. No one can see you. I've had enough. Okay. This is logging out. Okay, M&Ms. We're gonna have to wrap this up. This is Chisum, your host, logging out.
This is Larice, your host, logging out.
This is Cynthia, your host, logging out.
Bye. Kiss the love. Love more.
That is so awesome.